Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW M440i Gran Coupe. This model is finished off in Dravit Gray Metallic. Its MSRP is just over $72,000. We don't have too many options for this particular model, but we do have a very nice spec nonetheless. So let's start off with what the M440i is powered by. You will find the 3-liter twin power turbo inline 6. It's also paired to the 48-volt hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic. It pumps out 386 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. Now this model is rear-wheel drive, weighs in around 4,200 pounds. You'll expect to see 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles an hour. Now as we work our way to the exterior styling, there's gloss black for this kidney grille with the forward-facing camera, all the sensors, even active grille shutters, which will open. There's LEDs for all of the lighting, and this model even has a lot of carbon fiber. It's on the inlets here where there's more gloss black too. Plenty of cutouts in that lower section, and then some subtle lines that come down the hood, meeting the top of that grille there very nicely. And all the lines and edges in that front end just give it a great look. Now this also has a really cool design for these two-tone wheels. There's the red M Sport brakes too, gloss black trim accent running in that entire lower section. There's also more carbon fiber for the power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. There's a sunroof up top. All of the window trim is finished off in gloss black. There's also the flush mounted door handles too, and then some subtle lines that run down the side. Now in back, there's a lot more carbon fiber. It's on the spoiler. There's the backup camera, LEDs for the tail lights, which also have those fiber bundles within them. Look at how large this carbon fiber section is here with the reflector and one of the sensors. There's more gloss black for the bumper too, and then the dual exhaust on both sides. Now you can use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath to gain access to the cargo space. Where we don't have a traditional trunk opening, we have a much larger opening to make this more practical. Downside is there's no storage or spare underneath, but you have cutouts on both sides. You can remove this, you can fold the seats down too to give yourself that much more interior space. And then there's the lock control as well as the one just to close it. Now if it does lock, we have the proximity door handles. And then this model has the Takara Red, which is a great accent. There's all the brushed accents, Harman Kardon, storage in that lower section. And then at 5'10", we can hop into the back where I have a good bit of space. There's vents in the middle, all of the climate adjustments, some auxiliaries. No storage pockets though behind those seats. And my head is just touching the headliner. So if you're any taller than me, it will be a little bit tight. Now we have the armrest with the cup holders, and then you can even fold down this middle seat here. And then you have those windows on both sides there, so you don't really have a blind spot around this pillar here with the windows. Now up front, there's lock and unlock, memory seating adjustments, your window and side mirror controls, and then more storage. And then the automatic seats, which have one manual control for the leg support down below. And then it's a pretty low car, so it's easy to get into. Well, let's start this up where we have the flat bottom design for the steering wheel with the red stripe up top. There's paddle shifters on both sides, cruise control adjustments, volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands, and then you have this control in the middle to go through all of the content within the digital gauge cluster. So you can look at all of this, just depending on what you'd like to see, and then you can even control the layout. So it will just change it slightly depending on how you want to view that information. And then on the left side, there's all the headlight adjustments with one air vent. And then with the infotainment system, we now have that large curved screen. You have shortcuts in the lower section, or you can use the rotary dial down below. You can get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your climate adjustments, interior lighting. You have quite a lot that you can view. There's also the home screen with the split design, all of your climate adjustments that you can get into. You have navigation and music, and then heated seats, heated steering wheel, and the temperature controls. There's more carbon fiber underneath that. You get interior lighting with air vents, volume and tuning, some defrosters, and then there's also wireless charging with cup holders and auxiliaries. All of these shortcuts for that screen up top. If we put this into reverse, this has automatic parking with the backup assistance, and then you have that 3D view. So you have no shortage of visibility around the entire vehicle. There's even a shortcut to pull up the forward-facing camera in full screen. There's drive and sport mode, and then park located behind that. There's traction control, parking sensors, engine start stop, and then a few different driving modes depending on how you would like to drive. So you have some throttle inputs and changes for those. Auto hold in the e-brake with storage and an auxiliary. You have plenty of storage in the glove box there. Garage door buttons up top, dome lights, and the controls for the sunshade and sunroof, as those are both power operating. And then from the driver's seat, it's pretty easy to see over both sides, so you really don't have that many blind spots. And we're still in sport mode, second gear. Here we go. And a mild acceleration, we're up to speed. Not all that loud either, but again, paddles are pretty responsive, and we do have a good sound. Now, some of that could be piped in, but regardless, it does sound good, and from the outside, as you heard, sounds pretty good too. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 2025 440i. We have the latest technology and interior that BMW is incorporating into pretty much all of their 25-year models. Some of them are still a little bit behind. For the 26-year model, we will probably see some of this integration. But like I said, this is a very nice vehicle to drive, and it pretty much feels like the rest of the BMW lineup. And when I say that, I drive a lot of BMWs, and since we have a very similar interior, it feels like those other vehicles. Only differences are going to be pretty much from the front seats back, depending on the vehicle that you choose, the options that you are going to get, and the body style as well. But it's a nice vehicle, something that you could absolutely daily drive. And I will say, it is a little bit tight for your backseat passengers as far as headroom goes, but when you compare that to the M340i, it's not that much different. So for the design and styling that you get with this, it is a little bit on the smaller side. 340 is on the smaller side too. So the 5 Series, 7 Series are going to be larger vehicles if you're looking for larger backseat passenger space. But if you want a smaller vehicle, this is still doable for adults to ride in the back, even though it is on the smaller side. And the performance is great. I know we're not doing performance driving, but in the past driving these, they're going to handle very well. We do have the functional driving modes too, which is basically just going to make it louder in sport mode and then give you more throttle response in sport mode too. Even though it's not crazy loud, this is more of that luxury focused vehicle, so it's not something you want to be very loud. And then as far as the turning radius goes, steering is pretty tight, but we are easily able to do that. Let's go back into sport mode now, and one last acceleration. That is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW M440i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoy it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.